You mentioned earlier that a woman can't serve two masters. Obviously, we saw what went down with Destiny. Right? And and I want to just preface this because I talked about this on Twitter yesterday. I like Destiny. He's a good person. I have a massive amount of respect for him. Anyone that can come into contrarian spaces and have debates and articulate himself, even though we don't necessarily always agree on everything, I have a massive amount of respect for. He's a good guy. I really have nothing bad to say about him. This whole situation with his wife, for everyone out there that's like, rejoicing and laughing and saying, yeah, ha ha ha, blah blah blah, like, bro, that's some shitty behavior, bro. Like, at the end of the day, I think if anything, look at the situation for what it is, learn from it. Obviously, I hope whatever is going on between him and his wife, gets sorted out. Yeah. But this is something that I've kind of mentioned before already. I've told Destiny this before. That I don't think open relationships ever work whenever a woman is open as well. It only works when the man is open, but never when the woman's open. And it comes back to what we were discussing earlier, and I've been saying this for years. A woman can't serve two masters. She really can't.
Right.
And whenever you open the door for her to, exercise options or explore other men, at some point, you're opening the door for her to attach to someone else that might be able to have traits that you might not necessarily have. Whereas as a man, we don't operate like that.
Right.
We're like, your girl is your girl for a reason,
right.
So, with that said, obviously I hope Destiny's okay. I hope nothing, bad is going on. I hope, him and his wife are able to reconcile this to some degree where it doesn't damage him from a financial perspective as much, especially since he invested a good amount of money into her with platforming her. Obviously, he's very successful financially. Smart guy. She's been able to build off her own little platform off of him. So I hope that he doesn't
as well.
Yeah. I hope he doesn't get, financially torched for it. But yeah. I mean, it's just sad what's going on here between her. It's just like, dude, if you give him an inch, he'll take a mile, right? And it's like, I looked at this and I was like, man, like, this chick, man, like, she's on some bullshit, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And this happened.
So Destiny isn't a bad person, 100%. Really cool guy. I just think he made a choice where, it was going to benefit him in the long term. And as men, we make choices, Yeah. It wasn't a perfect choice. Maybe it was a bad choice, but ultimately,
yeah. I just hope nothing happens to him financially. Yeah, he could recover.
Think about this though. If women like security, right? Women like security, boundaries. Women, they talk this shit on Facebook and all this Instagram, but women love boundaries. Like, it makes them feel secure. Just think about if you got a woman, right? And she look at you and she say, oh, he'll let me do whatever. Like, they think you don't care about them when you let them rip and run and run wild like that.
It's
and
true.
So when you,
that's a good point, bro.
You see what I'm saying? Like, they need the security, and boundaries is a good way. Like, I ain't never really met no woman who was into me that bucked back at boundaries. Yeah. That's only when women using you as a placeholder and shit like that, and they don't really like you. Then they be like, oh, you controlling and shit. But when a woman like you, she like to feel secure in those boundaries. And when women like you, they'll play within those boundaries. But if you let them run wild, they gonna run wild, and they gonna think you don't care about them.
Yeah.
And if a woman think you don't care about her, if she think that you don't care about her, you're not gonna get her all. She's not gonna put her all into you.
Can I mention as well? I don't know what it is, but whenever a girl's like not from the U.S. and wants to come to America, I just find a hard time believing that it's actually genuine. And like, I mean, I don't know her that well. We talked to her a couple times on different shows, but like, bro, when you have a green card, bro, she's seeing money green as well. So you never know.
Oh, she's not from here?
Nah. She's not from here. So
I will give it that she's from I forget what country it is. Someone in the chat's going to put it. It's a first world Western country.
Yeah.
That's like super liberal.
But again, you see a guy living in the U.S. that you can kind of like, talk to and, chip down a little bit and make your own angle at him. You're going to go for it and then see where it goes. And I think that's what happened here. So
they got to stop falling for this, oh, let's be open shit. Because women don't respect you if they fucking somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got to stop falling for that. That shit crazy.
And I think as someone, Sweden is where it's from. And I think, for all the guys out there, that to learn from this situation, if you got some money, you got some status, etc., like, you're the boss, man. Like, put these women in their place. Like, don't let them sit there and say, I want to be open, and you actually, like, no, because whenever you have a title, you have an image to protect, you got some status, you got some money, etc., like, you got something to lose. And when women run around and do dumb shit, like, you can really deal with some serious negative consequences for that. It's not a good look for you.
Fuck up your whole bag.
Yeah.
We spoke earlier, and women can only do what you allow them to do to you. So, as, for example, let's say you're a man of means, and you have status and success, and your frame, you have boundaries that she's going to follow. Versus the opposite, you have money status but no frame, she'll do whatever.
Yeah, you got to protect
you
that
allow
shit.
it though.
Yeah.
So
like I would say, like for all the guys out there, man, you guys are successfully making some money, etc. Like you got to be even more clamped down on her not doing some bullshit. Right. You know what I mean? And I've always said like having money and status, like, and this is a perfect example of that. Like having money and status isn't gonna get girls to be on your program if you don't got frame. Like you gotta have frame too.
You gotta have that.
That's
like
huge.
The money and status will just let her tolerate you a little bit longer, but it's not necessarily gonna get her in line. You gotta have that in your head, and then you're able to implement it. The money and status helps you with letting her know that you ain't gonna get this again, dummy. But at the end of the day, you still have to have the frame, whether you make $50K a year or $500K a year or $5 million a year. You still have to have that frame regardless.
Venom. Oh man, Destiny about to dye his hair red after this.
Okay, I see what you did.
He's fine, man. He's fine.
What else we got here?
Meat Sauce Homie says, I knew this day was going to come for Destiny. I wouldn't be surprised if now he becomes your super red pill. I wish no man any bad, and I actually feel bad for him. FnF tried to warn him. Keep doing what you do, boys. You haven't been wrong yet.
Yeah, man, and that's why I'm keeping it respectful, because like he's a good guy. Like
you don't kick him while he's down. That's
and I'm not gonna kick him while he's down. I mean, you know, and meeting Melina, meeting him, like I have an idea. Like you know, I kind of saw this coming. Like I don't know, bro. I mean.
Dude, this
I always thought Melina was on some bullshit. I'm going to be 1,000 with y'all.
This is what I say, bro. We're all men here. We make mistakes.
Yeah.
No one's perfect.
Yeah.
However, we did warn him beforehand, and we're just saying it in real time. But to be honest, bro, we made mistakes too, bro.
Yeah.
No one's here is perfect.
And the thing is, man, like women be on some, like there's girls out there, man, that are like looking for a come up, bro. And she always gave me that vibe, like, yo, this chick is here for a come up, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's got a huge audience. He's well spoken, articulate, etc. You know, he's I guess his Twitter name is Omni Liberal, right? He's somewhat liberal, right? So it's like, for her, it's like, oh, this is perfect. You know what I mean?
Do you think that she was out of his league? What do you think? In terms of, for example, looks wise and like, you know.
No, I think she was he was out of her league. Yeah. I think she was punching up, personally. You know what I mean? Because, you know, obviously people will talk shit. Oh, well, Destiny doesn't go to the gym and he's not tall, blah blah blah. But I mean, yo, status makes up for everything. I hate to say it, but like I've always said it. Me and you've had these discussions. If you had to pick one amplifier just to be attractive to women, it would be status, 100%.
I thought
these
that
reggaeton
was
niggas be damn near bisexual.
Yo,
but they be getting more bitches than all of us.
I thought that was bullshit until I blew up. I used to, when I came into if you go look
Shout out to Drake, you
look at my old 2018, that status shit don't mean nothing until I started to like get that type of status. It's
shit crazy, right?
It's a whole nother ball game.
Yo,
it's a whole nother ball game.
Bro, shit crazy. You know what I knew status was it?
Yeah.
When Bad Bunny basically came out and said, oh, I'm bisexual, and he still gets bitches. That's what I knew. I was like, bro, you literally have like a death sentence when it comes to any regular nigga, right?
Yeah. Right.
But you're still pulling chicks, and you're getting baddies too? That's what I knew. Yo, status is
bro.
It's the main thing when it comes to getting girls.
I saw it in real
getting them, not holding them.
But
just getting them. Just getting them.
I saw it in real time. I'm outside at events, at clubs. The guys that got the tables, the guys that were in VIP, the guys that were up there on these elevated platforms.
Yeah.
Girls would be like, wow, who is that?
Yeah.
I need to be there.
Right.
Like, damn, he's a nobody. But with status of looking like he's somebody on this platform, oh, let me go over there to fuck him. And it's crazy because nowadays, back in the day, it was only game. But with status and game, you're a killer, bro.
Yeah. So. I mean, call me biased, but yeah, I genuinely think he was way out of her league. I think he, like she's lucky that he even committed to her, in my opinion.
Right. Like if you don't got the game part behind it though, you just a sucker. Like you just a chick just gonna use. You got the money, a chick gonna use you. You got the status, she gonna use you. Like, look at all these streamer guys, these nerd streamer guys.
Yeah, bro.
It's like sad and sickening to see what's going on with them. They getting these girlfriends and blowing them up and
Dre, me and you are on the same page with that shit. Like me and you both hate, because that's why you started your whole joint. Yeah. We hate seeing dudes get finessed by women, bro.
I hate it. Like I hate it. So, like I mean, play on if you're gonna play, chick. Do your thing, but I don't like the after effect of it. Like I don't like the pain that it causes men. You know what I'm saying? Because that pain is widespread. Like we all have to deal with that pain as a society. That's the part I don't like about it.
Yeah.
I've always been like, if you a duck, then, you know, especially if somebody tell you better and you don't listen, then get plucked like a duck. But I just, the pain that come with that and just seeing it, it's just like,
it sucks, bro.
It's almost like how like an older 40-year-old preying on a gullible 15-year-old chick. It's like the same thing to me. Here you just have this kid, don't know any better, got a whole lot of money, got a whole lot of platform, and you bring your thought ass and, you know, just take advantage of him, make him feel all these good things, make him feel loved, make him feel like he the only man. You take him for everything
we brought Neon here.
So I'm talking about.
Remember. And I don't know if you saw that, but like he's with that chick who's like some OnlyFans chick, and it's funny because like a couple days before, Sneeko had put her on a lie detector on, are you with Neon for his clout only? And she was like, no, and the fucking thing said she was lying, which is obviously... Clearly. You know, the guy's, 18-year-old, 19-year-old virgin, right? Skinny, etc. Still, getting his shit together. This girl's like 20, 21, fucking, OF model. She obviously has some sexual experience. She's been with dudes before. She's at her peak. You know what I mean? He's figuring out if he's at his peak. And it's like, whenever I see a drastic difference in knowledge, not just sexual market value, but knowledge of their sexual market value, that's when girls take advantage. Whenever there's a disparity and she's more aware than you are, it's a wrap, man. And that's why I tell guys, yo, you got to get 50 leg count. Oh, what the fuck, nigga? What are you talking about? There's too many bodies, blah, blah. Bro, these girls will rack that shit up in a semester in college.
You have to be experienced. It's like how you going people do this religious shit, but how do you know how to deal with a woman? Like, okay, let's say you get this long-term marriage, right? You get this woman and y'all going to be together forever. If anybody's ever been in a long-term relationship, it's not cakewalk. It's actually easy to be out here playing the field, juggling women. But to have one woman you committed to, it's a whole different ballgame. Because what happened when she tell you, I don't feel like it tonight? And then that happened for 2 weeks. What you gonna do about that? Do you even know what to do about that? Do you know what to do when she get in a little phase of where she bucking up at you and she talking a little slick to you?
Yep.
It's easy to say, oh, we're just going to leave her, but, you 10 years in, you 7 years in, you invested. What you going to do about that?
Yeah.
So if you don't know how to navigate women, you're going to lose, especially today.